say I criticize the Pope. I don't have any respect for the Pope. The hell you mean I called him a cracker? So damn what? The Pope don't like me. The Pope does not respect my leader and teacher, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He has no respect for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and he is one of the perpetrators in our genocide and our current condition. You offer an apology? We're sorry. Everybody else gets reparation. Damn Jews get over 70 billion, over 100 billion. But you offer us, have you an apology? We are so sorry. No, use your influence to get reparations for us.
What's good, y'all? Elite Live Streams. We back with another one. How you guys doing out there? Hope you guys been doing well. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. It's been a great week. Salute to everybody out there. Salute to all the new subscribers. Appreciate everybody who comes through and shows love. Obviously, we have a great topic tonight. And you guys know we've been smashing the gas on the reparations topic. You feel me? It's definitely taken to new heights. Seems like every single day there's a new person who wants to throw their hat into the conversation, who wants to be addressed, who wants a little credit. And so today we're gonna give them the credit that they deserve. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, I've been seeing a lot of conversations, and obviously I'm just like you guys, I'm on social media, and I mean this. Foundational Black Americans have to stand on business, okay? No apologies. No apologies. We good. No apologies. Only reparations. That's all. We looking for the check. I could care less about anything else other than you guys doing what you're supposed to do for the Foundational Black Americans, okay? Because at the end of the day, like the title says, no apologies, only reparations. That's all we looking for, y'all. So we gonna talk about it tonight. So salute to V. What's good? Welcome back. We appreciate you always pulling up. Hey, we got to talk about this, all right? So let me bring up this thumbnail for y'all, right? Only reparations, no apologies, right? So what are we talking about today? So Pope Leo, the new Pope, who is also American, has recently come out and he had to apologize, right? He wanted to send his deepest condolences on behalf of the Vatican and the Catholic religion for the atrocities that they participated in for the transatlantic slave trade. Okay, obviously, as Foundational Black Americans, our ancestors were able to survive one of the biggest atrocities that has ever been committed in humanity. Okay, and the fact that now, like I always mentioned, like I even talked about on my other reparations videos, now everybody somehow is now awake, right, to the atrocities. Now, all of a sudden, everybody wants to talk about it. Now, all of a sudden, everybody wants to throw their hat into the conversation. And so that's why it was very important for me to not only include Pope Leo, but we also had to include the president of Ghana, because now he's making acceptance of apologies on behalf of our ancestors. Meanwhile, Ghana was actually one of the biggest perpetrators and allies of these colonizers. Yeah, we're going to talk about all that today. You feel me? Even when you look at the thumbnail, right? That picture that we have right there in the background, that has a story as well. And you guys know me, man. I'm always going to bring the receipts, because it is very important that we bring the receipts, y'all, because we're not just going to let people get up here, talk crazy, and not back it up, right? So I started off the live stream with a speech, right? Well, part of a speech from the Honorable Khalid Muhammad, right? And he speaks specifically about a time, specifically, I think this was during the 80s, where the Pope had did the exact same thing. But he was on code enough to understand that, hold up, we could care less about the apologies, right? When we know for a fact that the small hats, they received reparations for the atrocities that were done to their people. Meanwhile, foundational Black Americans have still not received a single red cent for what has happened to our ancestors, right? So let me bring that video back up for you guys so that you guys can enjoy it just like I did, okay? So let me bring this up real quick. There we go. Let me go ahead. There we go.
I don't have any respect for the Pope. The hell you mean I called him a cracker? So damn what? The Pope don't like me. The Pope does not respect my leader and teacher, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He has no respect for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and he is one of the perpetrators in our genocide in our current condition. You offer an apology? We're sorry. Everybody else gets reparation.
Everybody.
Damn Jews get over 70 billion, over 100 billion. But you offer us, have you an apology? We are so sorry. No, use your influence to get reparations for us.
That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. All right, Pope Leo, all we need is for you to use your influence to give reparations to foundational Black Americans. That's all we need. We don't need no more apologies, y'all. And mind you, like I mentioned, this video was from the 80s, okay? They were already on code, because at the end of the day, all that is just talk. And foundational Black Americans, we done talking, okay? Enough talk. It's time for tangibles. It's tangible time, all right? It's time for us to get what we are owed, okay? Enough with the back and forth, with the talking, all that other stuff. We done with that, y'all. Now it's time for us to receive our reparations, all right? Enough with the talk, because at the end of the day, when we look back, right? When we look back and we can actually take a look at what these people did to our ancestors, we are owed every single cent with land grants for what they did to our ancestors. We don't have to keep going back and forth about this, because it's time. All right, it's time for us to receive our reparations, because ain't nobody got time for no apologies no more. All this empty talk, our ancestors and our forefathers, the people who came before us, who was just talking, that's all they got. And they never received nothing in return. And now it's on us, right? It's on us as the new generation to make sure that these people are held to account for what they did. And not only that, paid us back. All right. Pay us back and our ancestors for everything, bro. I'm done with just the talking, right? The yapping, enough yapping. All right. We need to hear and see actual tangibles being put in place for us to be able to take it to the next level. All right. So let's keep it real, man. Let's just keep it real. Let's not keep going back and forth about, oh yeah, we're gonna make sure that we apologize. We're so sorry. Okay, bet. Now what you gonna do? What you gonna do about it? Where is the corrective behavior? And not only that, the tangibles that come behind just the talk, right? Because enough talk, enough with just you guys telling us, okay, we're sorry. The old swan song. Nah, bro. Nah, we need the tangibles, homie. That's what we're looking for. All of us as foundational Black Americans, we are looking for the tangibles now. Enough with just talk, because we don't got time for that, man. We don't got time for y'all to just be over here talking. Okay? Enough is enough. All right? Because at the end of the day, there are people who are going out of their way, right, to try to make it seem like something that it's not. Okay, so let's bring up more receipts, man. Hey, you know what it is. Tori, you know what it is, bro. You know, every single time I have to come with a certain swag. That's how we do it, bro. We FBA. What you mean, bro? You already know what we doing up in here, man. Salute, though, Torian, for always pulling up, man. Always showing love. I appreciate you, bro. So now, let's talk. Right? Let's get into some actual factuals here. So let me bring this up as well for you guys, right? January 1454, the Catholic Church and Pope Nicholas blessed slavery and the slave trade. January 1454. We are not going to play any games without bringing the receipts. Okay? So naturally, when Pope Leo goes out of his way to make these empty apologies, because like I said, there's no acceptance of an apology if you're not going to correct the behavior, if you're not going to pay me the restitution that is owed for what y'all did to my ancestors. All right. We need to make sure that we are standing on business, because nobody has time for what these people did to us, right? So this is what I did, right? As I pulled up, right? Let me pull this up again, just so we can make sure we on the same page, right? January 8th, 1454. All right? We not playing. This is the real history right here in y'all face. The Catholic Church and Pope Nicholas blessed slavery and the slave trade. All right? So I had to make sure that we made sure that we stood on business. Okay, so let me go ahead and brew this up real quick because it's important to me, right? So I asked, what role did the Catholic Church play in the transatlantic slave trade, right? Because as you see here, we already have the date, right? We have the date of when this was actually put in place, right? When this actually happened, January 8th, 1454. All right. So the Catholic Church played a complex and often contradictory role in the transatlantic slave trade. It provided early theological and legal justifications for the enslavement of non-Christian peoples, while religious orders directly participated in the trade. While some popes eventually condemned the practice, this opposition came centuries after the trade had begun. Okay, you guys? So what we're going to do here is make sure that we don't allow these people to make empty apologies when we don't address what they did and the role that they played in the slave trade. And not only that, the money that was made, right? What did I mention? I mentioned restitution for our ancestors, right? The reparation part comes from them enriching themselves off the backs of our ancestors, right? And the history that backs it up. The theological and legal practices that they put in place to make it okay for, like I mentioned, as well, the Africans who participated in that, right? They can keep that sad so-called apology. You right, Tori, and they can keep that. We good, bro. Straight up, we good, right? Because the role that they played and the money that was made from what they did to our ancestors, we're not gonna just gloss over that. It's not just gonna be like, oh, I'm sorry, and then wait, hold up. What about the money though? What about all the labor and the free? Let me continue, guys, because we got to keep going with this, right? Okay, so the papal endorsements, right? In the 15th century, popes issued a series, meaning more than one, right? A series of decrees such as the 1452 papal bull Dum Devris, okay? This was all in straight up Latin, all right? That granted European powers like Portugal and Spain the authority to reduce non-Christians and enemies of Christ to perpetual slavery. These documents initially helped establish the legal framework for the transatlantic slave trade. All right? So when I talk about these things, when I'm mentioning the fact that there were actual doctrines that were put in place that made it okay for these people to feel a religious backing to be able to enslave our ancestors, where was the money, right? Where did the money go? And who did they collude with, right? Who did they collude with to get it done, right? And that's where now this part comes into play, right? Where you have the Ghana president. How ironic, right? How ironic does Ghana go out of their way to go to the UN, right? And ask for reparative damages for what they actually participated in and were also allies with these people, all right? And that's why you see in that background, right, in that picture, what do you see? You see the Pope, right? You see the Africans, right, who are right behind him, kneeling to him, okay? And then what do you see behind them? The slaves, right? The people who were enslaved, who are going to be sold off. Like we mentioned, we already talked about Amina Castle, right? We went extensively into the history of Amina Castle and how they worked with the Portuguese and also European countries of different descents, right? To be able to go out and sell, trade, and make money off of the ancestors that were sent right over here during this. Come on, man. Let me keep going because I'm gonna go in right now. All right. So throughout the Americas, Catholic religious orders, most notably the Jesuits, directly enslaved thousands of our ancestors, okay? Priests utilized enslaved labor to finance their institutions, ranches, and plantations, okay? In the United States, for instance, the Jesuits notably and notoriously sold 272 enslaved people in 1838 to prevent Georgetown University from facing bankruptcy. Where's the money, y'all? Where's the money? Where is our check? I don't have time to be going back and forth about no apology when y'all owe us a check. Okay? Our ancestors had literally helped enrich you guys, worked on the plantations, worked on the ranches as late as 1838. As late as 1838. And what did I just show y'all? 1454 was when this started. 400 years already. We had already been in captivity. 400 years had already gone by where they was making money and generating an economy off of the backs of our ancestors. Where is our check? I don't have time to be talking about no apology and, oh, thank you, Pope, for apologizing. Nah, bro. Where the money at? Where's my check for the 400 years that had already passed, that you guys were generating money, that you guys were having us on plantations, you guys were putting us on ranches? Where is my money? I'm not going to be going back and forth about no apology. No apologies, only reparations. That's all we want. That's all I'm asking for. That's all that we deserve as foundational Black Americans. Our ancestors were the ones who were out here dying on these plantations. Some of them fighting against it. Some of them having to risk their lives, leaving their family, displacing our families, right? And we supposed to not get no reparative damages for all of that? You crazy if you think that that's going to go on without me bringing the receipts, right? So let's keep going. Missionaries utilize baptisms to evangelize enslaved, yet this religious inclusion did not shield them from the brutality and the exploitation of chattel slavery. Let me read that again, guys, because this is something that gets forgotten. When we had to assimilate to their religions, that was in a hope that if we take on you guys' religions, maybe that will help us not get brutalized. Maybe that will make you guys wake up and take your own advice and follow your own books so that maybe we can be taken care of. But that was a lie. All right. Let me read that again. Missionaries utilize baptisms to evangelize enslaved foundational Black Americans, yet this religious inclusion did not shield them from the brutality and the exploitation of chattel slavery. Many enslavers and clergy rationalized the trade by arguing that forcing our ancestors into servitude provided an opportunity to civilize and Christianize them. Do you guys not understand the sick mentality of these people? Do you not understand how religion was used not only to persecute our people, but they also used it to rationalize the brutality against our ancestors? And we're just supposed to say, thank you, Pope, for apologizing? Get out of here, bro. We don't want to hear it. We're good. All right, we're good, because I'm just gonna keep playing this video because it's important.
I criticize the Pope. I don't have any respect for the Pope. The hell you mean I called him a cracker? So damn what? The Pope don't like me. The Pope does not respect my leader and teacher, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He has no respect for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. And he is one of the perpetrators in our genocide and our current condition. That's right. You offer an apology? We're sorry. Everybody else gets reparation. Damn Jews get over 70 billion, over 100 billion. But you offer us, have you an apology? We are so sorry. No, use your influence to get reparations for us.
That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. I don't care about none of y'all apologies. We good. It's a new day. We want reparations in cash payments and land grants. Anything else, we ain't talking about it. We don't need to have a conversation about it. And don't nobody else need to be taking any type of, trying to say, oh yeah, actually we accept your apology, Pope. No, you don't speak for us. Don't nobody speak for foundational Black Americans except us. We don't care about what you guys got to say. We talking about us over here. Salute to Torian. Khalid Muhammad was one of one. One of one. We will never see another brother like him again. All right? We will never see another brother like him again, standing on business for his people. And that's facts. Salute, Red. That's facts. We don't got time for this, bro. We don't have time for this. We don't have time for these people coming out here trying their best, right, to change the narrative, right, to get some sympathy, right? Like, come on, man. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here, bro. We don't have time for this, bro. And the fact that the Ghana president is now trying to take credit for this, right? He's trying to get in front of it, right? He's trying to make it seem like, oh yeah, this is actually working in our favor. Why? Why are you trying to be a part of this when you guys were actually allies with these people? That's why I had to make sure that I use this photo as the background, because they were the ones who participated, who helped and benefited from the enslavement of our ancestors. And yet he's going to come out here and tell the Pope, oh, yes, we accept your apology. On behalf of who? On behalf of who? On behalf of the people who you actually helped enslave? Nah, bro. We're not going to let that happen. We're not going to do that, bro, because that would be a straight up farce. It's a lie, bro. You guys are not going to play these games with us, family. We're not going to do this. We're not going to do this, especially like I mentioned, when the momentum is continuing to grow, right? The momentum is continuing to grow when it comes to reparations. And a lot of other Foundational Black American channels and creators are talking about how obviously Donald Trump is trying to get reparations for the January 6th terrorists, right? He's trying to get reparations for them. So what does that mean? That means that they got the money to do it, right? That's what that means, right? If y'all can find the money for your base, that means that y'all definitely have the money for us, right? So if that's how it's going to be, then give us our check and let us go. Let us go in our own ways. We won't have no excuses from us. Y'all can say whatever you got to say and continue moving. But the fact that that is now a fact, that he is now trying to pass legislation to make that happen, that lets you guys know that the money is there. And we done heard all these other groups talk about, man, that money, what y'all think y'all gonna take money from us? And y'all think y'all got money for this and that? They have it. They just admitted that they have it. Donald Trump just admitted that there's money for his base to get reparations, right? For the January 6th insurrection of the White House, right? Foundational Black Americans were literally slaves. We did nothing of that sort. And we can't get nothing? Nah, bro. Y'all went ahead and showed your cards now. The cards are out on the table, family. We see it now. We see the play. We see the play. We see that the money's there. We see that they have it. So now we need to ramp it up. Ramping it up. Now we got to smash the gas on these people, bro, because we know that the money is there. And we not finna play these games with y'all, man. We're not. Exactly. Yeah, red. Exactly. We're not finna be going back and forth with y'all. We know the money's there. And we know for a fact, these people right here, the Ghana president, Mamdani, and the Pope, they all know it's there. That's why they all trying to position themselves, right? They're all trying to make sure that they can get close and they can get ahead of this. Meanwhile, they're suppressing the creators and the people who are actually smashing the gas on reparations for Foundational Black Americans. They're trying to suppress our voice. They're trying to keep us down. They're not trying to allow us to reach the masses so that this can actually gain the steam that's necessary, right? For us to reach the top. Because that's all this is, right? We saw Donald Trump literally is going out of his way to help his base. But we can't get the same. Nah, bro, y'all got it. Y'all have it. And we know you guys have it because all of these things are not all happening just out of nowhere. This all isn't just a coincidence that these people have been speaking on reparation and have been trying to pay respect to our ancestors and have been trying to get in front of the fact that the reparations conversation is now starting to heat up. Now, all of a sudden, Donald Trump is trying to get reparations for his base. Hell no, man. Y'all see the play. And I know y'all see the play because, like I mentioned, if you are a patronizer of my channel, you are an intelligent individual. You study history and you understand politics. And if that's what you do, make sure you like the channel. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hype the video, man, because I see it. They suppressing channels like mine. They trying to keep our voices down, and we need y'all to support creators like me, creators like Torian, creators like all the rest of these foundational Black Americans who are doing great work. But they're suppressing the channels because they know that this conversation is real. They understand that if all of us are on code, there's not much that they can do to stop that momentum, y'all. And we're on code. Everybody is lock in step, understanding that reparations are owed to us as foundational Black Americans and our ancestors for what they sacrificed in this country, right? So let's talk about the Ghana president, right? The Ghanaian government has formally welcomed and accepted Pope Leo's apology for the Catholic Church's historical role in legitimizing and participating in the transatlantic slave trade, describing the apology as an act of moral courage. Officials viewed this gesture as a crucial step towards truth, human dignity, and justice, right? Isn't it ironic? It's so ironic how the people who literally were a part of the transatlantic slave trade are now working together to speak about us, yet they are actually avoiding the fact that foundational Black Americans are entitled and due reparations. No, thank you. An apology costs nothing. Facts. It's just words. It's just babble. It's just talk. And we're done talking. Foundational Black Americans, we are done talking. Now it is time for the tangibles, y'all. Where are the tangibles? Where's the bread? Where's the moolah? That's what we want. Nothing else means anything to us right now. I could care less. Like the brother Melrose said, no reparations, no vote. No reparations, no apology. We good. We good. We good. No reparations, no vote. No reparations, no apologies. I don't want y'all apologies. Them weak ass apologies that don't mean nothing. Empty promises. How many generations have foundational Black Americans had to accept these empty promises with no tangibles? How many generations have our ancestors had to listen and hear and just hope that one day we will be receiving what they promised us? Enough. No more fake apologies. No more empty promises. It's all about tangibles. At this point, you guys can keep that. A study, facts. That's all it is. A study, all this stuff, but never, ever any tangibles. Y'all got to help me understand. Maybe I'm tripping, right? Chat, let me know if I'm tripping. If I'm tripping, the fact of the matter is tangibles, no vote. Tangibles, no apologies. That's it. That's all. Everything else is just talk. And we done talking. Enough with the talk, bro. We now need our reparations because we have reached a point where everything now has to be a tangible. That's just facts, y'all. Let me bring this up again just so y'all can
I criticize the Pope. I don't have any respect for the Pope. The hell you mean I called him a cracker? So damn what? The Pope don't like me. The Pope does not respect my leader and teacher, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Nor does he respect foundational Black Americans. He's playing in our face.
Has no respect for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and he is one of the perpetrators in our genocide and our current condition.
one of the perpetrators of our genocide. That is facts. These people were perpetrators in our genocide. They participated in the genocide of our ancestors. They played a part. They enriched themselves. They enriched their families. They enriched their churches on the backs of our ancestors. And we just supposed to accept an apology? That's just what we're supposed to accept, an apology? Get out of here, bro.
You offer an apology? We're sorry. Everybody else gets reparation. Damn Jews get over 70 billion.
70
over 100 billion. But you offer us, have you an apology? We are so sorry. No. Use your influence to get reparations for us.
That's it. Use your influence, Pope Leo, to get reparations for foundational Black Americans. That's it. Nothing else. No more conversations ever. All right. It's only about reparations. If y'all not talking about cutting us a check, if y'all not talking about cutting us land grants, then there is nothing to talk about. That's it. That's it. Straight up, Ezra. Salute, Ezra. Right sorry on those multiple checks. Thank you, Ezra. 100%. That's it. That's all. I could care less about anything else. Just write us the check while you apologize. I love that. I love the fact that you guys can apologize while cutting my check. Oh, yes. I love that. Please do that while we go ahead and address the fact that y'all on your knees, okay, behind a pope who participated in the enslavement and the genocide of our people. That's it. Write those sorry apologies on checks for our ancestors, right? Because this is what was going on. January 8th, 1454, the Catholic Church and Pope Nicholas blessed the slavery and the slave trade of our ancestors, bro. This is what was going on. This is what was going on. All right. We don't got to talk no more. I already mentioned what was going on, y'all, but it's important that I bring up these receipts because these people just be talking, just babbling, yapping, bro. No, enough, bro. Write those sorry apologies on multiple checks for foundational Black Americans, and then we could go about our business. We can go our separate ways, however y'all want to feel. But what we're not going to do is let you guys sit up here talking with no tangibles. What we're not going to do is allow people like the president of Ghana to try to take an apology on behalf of our ancestors. Meanwhile, they were also a part of the genocide. They were also a part of the enrichment. They were also a part of the destabilization and the dehumanization of our ancestors. You're supposed to receive reparations. You're supposed to accept an apology on our behalf. The nerve of these people, the nerve. The balls that it takes to be a part of the collusion and then try to backdoor the people that you colluded against. Bro, I want to make sure that every time you guys come to my channel, that I bring the receipts and I show the historical data that backs up every single point that I bring to you guys and I bring to your attention. Never will there be a time that you guys come to my channel and I do not back up anything I say without facts to back it up. So with that being said, it's very important that we pay attention to how these guys are trying to backdoor us, how they're playing in our face, how they're trying their best to make sure that they divert the conversation away from our ancestry to just focusing on African ancestry, because we know where that money's going to go if it goes to Ghana. It ain't going to us. It ain't going to enrich our people and our ancestors. And not only that, it's not going to as well be able to permeate in our economy, the foundational Black American economy, which is the highest grossing in the entire United States. We have the most powerful dollar. It is no comparison to anybody else. All right. The power of the black dollar cannot be equated just in metrics. We've already talked about this extensively on my channel when it comes to the cultural relevance, when it comes to the spiritual relevance, when it comes to the financial relevance of foundational Black Americans. We are the culture. We are the ones who set the trends. We are the ones who raise the economy. So when that money is given to us, it enriches not only our community, but it enriches the entire economy of the United States. And I've made multiple videos and live streams on these specific topics. So what I implore you guys to do is make sure, if you guys aren't on my channel, to go check out those videos. All right? Because all of the data, like I mentioned, historical data is there. It's there, man. I always make sure I bring you guys the facts. That's what we do over here. So make sure, like I mentioned, to always stay true to the facts, right? You already know, have proven multiple times how Ghana and how they played a part in the transatlantic slave trade, how they did our people dirty. And then not only that, the indigenous, right? The indigenous part of foundational Black American ancestry were caught up, reclassified, and then put into chattel slavery. All right. My family, as you guys know, played a big part in the fact that my indigenous roots, I can't speak for anybody else. My indigenous roots trace all the way back to Louisiana, to Mississippi, to Texas. Those plantations, right, were populated by my ancestors. And not only that, the Oklahoma Muskogee tribes, the Cherokee tribes that my family specifically has ancestral lineage to. I will not play these games with these people, y'all. I won't, bro. There is all the data and family tree, the genealogy, everything backs up what foundational Black Americans have been speaking about on the internet. Wherever you can find us, we out here, boots on the ground too. So now we starting to make some actual ground. We're covering ground. We're pushing narratives. We're changing narratives. We're not allowing our narratives to be taken over. We're speaking for ourselves. We're using our platforms, right? We're not playing no games with these people. And that's what's making them uncomfortable. That's why now all of a sudden, right? And like I mentioned, this is not a coincidence. All of these people coming out all at the same time, talking about reparations, and then Donald Trump talking about reparations for his base. Come on, man. Y'all got to understand that started right here in the grassroots. That started right here in the grassroots. So when we see Pope Leo, when we see Mamdani trying to link up with the Ghanaian president, and they're going to New York spots where our ancestors were laid, who died and bled for this country, who built New York. The nerve of a guy who said that immigrants built New York to go to the ancestral lineage of the people who actually built New York. Bro, you can't make this up, bro. You can't make this up. It's crazy, though, that I have to continuously go this route. But it's crazy, man. Like, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy that these people are playing these games with us, man. Hey, salute to Pandora. Salute, Pandora. Thank you for pulling up. Pandora Shaw. All right. I hope I pronounce your name correctly, sister. But she says, no, you not tripping. We need our money. FBA need to put in a lawsuit to the United States, to Ghana and the Pope. What can we do about it? My mom is from Mississippi. I believe you, brother. Yeah, we family. If you from Mississippi, we got ancestral connections. All right. Mississippi is one of the hotbeds for foundational Black American ancestry. And I have direct lineage to there. Albany, Mississippi is directly where my roots start on my mom's side. Okay. On my dad's side, they start in South Carolina. All right. And this is just how it is, bro. We all, as foundational Black Americans, have some lineage that leads back to Mississippi. And the fact of the matter is, when we look at these people who are coming over here trying to take advantage of a movement and as well the momentum that we are creating right here in the grassroots, we're not going to allow that, because like I mentioned, we only bring receipts, and the receipts speak to the fact that these people played a major role in what happened to our people. I put that on the Summer Jam screen. I got to make sure so y'all can see it. January 8th, 1454, the Catholic Church and Pope Nicholas bless slavery and the slave trade. All right. These are facts. Okay. Our history is documented. We have one of the most documented histories of all people. So when they go out here yapping, all I got to do is bring the receipts. That's all I got to do, because like I mentioned, I am a historian. I love history. I take extensive time. I've taken years of my life that had nothing to do with anything other than studying my history and studying where we came from. And then once I gained all that knowledge of self, I said, nah, I can't sit with this. I got to get on the YouTube streets. I got to be out here and make sure that I'm doing my part, just like the rest of the brothers who inspired me, like my brother Tori and Rain, who inspired me to get on these channels and to be able to speak how I speak. Because I used to watch brothers like him, and I watched his channel and I study his channel, and I said, yeah, man, this brother, he knows himself. And I got to make sure that I back up brothers like this who out here doing the work. You feel me? And so naturally, when we bring all these topics up, when we see people playing games with our people and playing games with our lineage, we're not going to allow it. Not a single bit, because it is important that we stand on business, right? It is important that as foundational Black Americans, we bring the receipts and we show it to their face and we tell them, nah, bro, you played a part in our genocide. You played a part in the enslavement of my people. You played a part in the degradation of our communities, man. What are we talking about, bro? All I'm gonna do every single time is bring this up.
I criticize the Pope. I don't have any respect for the Pope. The hell you mean I called him a cracker? So damn what? The Pope don't like me. The Pope does not respect my leader and teacher, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He has no respect for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Zero.
He is one of the perpetrators in our genocide and our current condition. You offer an apology? We're sorry. Everybody else gets reparation. Damn Jews get over 70 billion, over 100 billion.
Come on, man.
But you offer us, I have you an apology. We are so sorry.
Nah, we good. No.
Use your influence to get reparations for us.
That's it. That's it, bro. Because we don't got time. We don't got time for y'all to continue to try to play games with us, right? To try to make it seem like something is not. Nah, bro. We ain't playing with y'all. We want reparations. F your apologies, bro. F your apologies. We good. Write them apologies on top of the check for the reparations of foundational Black Americans and the enslavement of your ancestors. Thank you. Thank you. Because guess what? I got another video for y'all, all right? This one is going to be a little triggering. So we're going to make sure I put a trigger warning right before I put it. But the importance of this video is the fact that when we talk about slavery and when we talk about foundational Black Americans and what we've been through, you don't think white Americans are thinking about certain things? You don't think white Americans, especially the racist white Americans, you don't think that they're paying attention to what's going on too? You don't think that they're emboldened by their great leader, Donald Trump? Well, let me go ahead and show some proof of what the white Americans are on right now.
Oh, did they?
Because
they can
Salute to
they
Dr.
can get
Umar.
rid of all the black voting districts now, and
Oh,
minorities don't matter. And pretty soon, the blacks will be slaves again, probably. In a perfect America under John Roberts' Supreme Court and Brett Kavanaugh, they're all going to be
America.
We're gonna take away all the rights of everybody that's not a white Christian.
I'm gonna play that again for y'all, just so you guys can get some straightening, just so you guys can understand what we're up against. And the fact of the matter is that a lot of these racists still feel the same exact way as this dude. Look at his face. I want you guys to see this dude's face, this ugly face. All right, listen to this again.
Oh, did they?
Because they can get rid of all the black voting districts now, and minorities don't matter. And pretty soon, the blacks will be slaves again, probably.
Pretty soon.
In a perfect America under John Roberts' Supreme Court and Brett Kavanaugh, they're all
in a perfect America, right? People talk about us and saying that we're too emotional, right? We're too easily triggered, right? But in a perfect America, to these people, that means that we are the enslaved people. We are the free labor. We're the ones being oppressed, right? We're the ones who they want to enslave because to them, America was perfect during that time. And that's why I always have to mention, when they say make America great again, what do they mean, right? What do they mean when they say make America great again? This is exactly what they mean. This is what they mean when they say make America great again. This is what they mean right here.
Oh, did they?
Because they can get rid of all the black voting districts now, and minorities don't matter. And pretty soon, the blacks will be slaves again, probably.
This is what
in
they
a perfect
mean.
America under John Roberts' Supreme Court and Brett Kavanaugh, they're all going to be. We're gonna take away all the rights of everybody that's not a white Christian.
This fuck, okay? Y'all know I don't really cuss on my channel, but that fuck right there, that is what he sees making America great again. Making America great again means the enslavement of Black Americans. That's why when we talk about the history, when we bring the receipts, when I make sure I put these fools on the Summer Jam screen every single time, it's because these dudes think exactly like that, bro. That fuck I just put on the screen. And I'm sorry for cussing, y'all. I'm sorry for cussing. I try not to cuss on my channel, but that fuck, that is what he thinks. Okay? And that's what they all think. They all think that way. Making America great means enslaving foundational Black Americans. So, with that being said, right, we have to make sure that reparations are paid. I don't have time for no talking. No more talking when we know what we're up against. And I don't want you guys ever to forget it. All right? Don't forget what they really think of us and how they really feel. And the fact of the matter is, we need reparative damages for what happened to our ancestors and what currently are happening to foundational Black Americans right now in this country. We need all of that. We need all of our coins, bro. We need it immediately because this is exactly what we're up against. We're up against ignorant fucks like that dude I just showed you guys. Okay? They want to go out here chudding out, right? Shutting out, calling us N-words and doing all this crazy stuff, antagonizing Black people, coming out here in bold and talking about eventually foundational Black Americans are going to be slaves again. I wish you would try. I wish you would try because I guarantee you I ain't going. And I know a lot of my brothers and sisters, we not going. I wish you would try. Please, please. Please try it and let's see what happens. Let's see. Because then I can get in my real bag. Then we can actually do some real things that I cannot mention right here on YouTube, because you guys already know how they be acting on YouTube when we want to talk about just defending ourselves, just defending ourselves, because he just said we're going to lose our rights. We're going to lose our laws. Okay. Try me, bro. Try us. Foundational Black Americans. It's a new day. And if you think that we're just going to go just because y'all say, nah, bro. No. We got too much. I'm not going to say too much, but just know a lot of us, we ready. A lot of us are prepared. A lot of us know and have specific skills for specific times, for specific things that may happen. All right. Some of us are veterans. Some of us have came back. Come on, man. That part, they will fall into their own trap 100%. Keep playing games. Keep playing games, man. Y'all saw what happened to Chud the Fairy. All right. We already saw what Chud would led Chud to where he's at right now. He found somebody who wanted to meet him right at his level. And guess what? We already know what happened. And we already know what's going to happen. But I just want to bring all these receipts for y'all, just so y'all can know what time it is, right? Just so y'all understand what time it is. Because like I mentioned, man, they play with our channels. They play with, what we got going on. They play with our messages. They play with our views, right? And you guys know why they do that. Because the message can't be suppressed, right? The revolution, it will be televised this time, though. Trust and believe. The new wave, the revolution will be televised. It will be live streamed for everybody to see, okay? So don't play these games. Don't let these people talk crazy, because like I mentioned, they're going to go out of their way to play with us, but we ain't playing with them. We not going. If they think that slavery is going to happen again, I mean this. They are going to be in for a rude awakening. A rude awakening. Thank you, Pandora. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you stay locked in with your boy, because like I mentioned, my channel, other people's channels who are speaking the same talk, they suppressing the messaging. That's just what they do on YouTube. I could be on here. If I was talking down on black people, I could guarantee you I have 100,000 subs overnight. But we over here uplifting Foundational Black Americans. We over here bringing historical data to back up our talking points. So, it's going to be a little bit more of a slower grind for people like me. But I'm always going to share the real.
Criticize the Pope? I don't have any respect for the Pope.
We don't.
The hell you mean I called him a cracker?
Ain't got no respect for
so
that.
Damn what? The Pope don't like me. The Pope does not respect my leader and teacher, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He has no respect for the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, and he is one of the perpetrators in our genocide and our current condition.
100%.
You offer an apology?
Right.
We're sorry. Everybody else gets reparation. Damn Jews get over 70 billion, over 100 billion. But you offer us, have you an apology?
Get out of here with that. Get out of here.
We are so sorry.
No way. I'll believe you.
No.
Be good.
Use your influence to get reparations for us.
That's it. That's it. That's all we want. That's all we want, man. All we want is reparations, family. That's it. That's all we want. Just give us our reparations and go. Give us our reparations. We don't need no apologies. We don't need none of that. Give us our reparations, bro. That's it. So look, I'm going to drop the link in the chat. If anybody want to come up and give your opinion about what Pope Leo had to say and the information that I just gave y'all. Are you guys accepting of the apologies? Huh? I just dropped the link in the chat. If anybody want to come up before I get out of here, I don't respect the Casper gown. I don't, bro. I ain't got no respect for it. It's all BS. It's all talk. Like I mentioned, it's just talk. Talk. Okay? If there is no reparative damages, that will be paid to us as foundational Black Americans and our ancestors, I don't need your apologies. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good on apologies. I'm good on the Ghanaian president trying to accept apologies on our behalf. Like, bro, get out of here, fam. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that, bro. Because at the end of the day, it's all about tangibles at this point. Foundational Black Americans, we looking for tangibles. We need that moonlight, baby. That's it. Everything else is just fodder. It's just talk. It's just noise. I am not only speaking for myself, I'm speaking for those who are on code with what's happening for foundational Black Americans. We want our check. Everything else, fodder, man. It's just talk. That's it. That's all. It's just talk, man. Everything else, nah, bro. We good. We don't have time for that. We don't have time for y'all to be out here just talking, just saying stuff. No, bro. We good, man. Make sure that at the end of the day, when y'all speak on foundational Black Americans, it is attached to tangibles. It is attached to a check. It is attached to us getting paid reparative damages for what y'all did and participated in against our ancestors, man. That's it. Everything else, just talk, man. It's just talk. Like I said, I put the link in the chat. If any of y'all want to come up and give me your opinion, please do. Because at the end of the day, I done showed y'all what it is. I done showed y'all the information, and I done gave you guys the energy that we on over here. And like I always say, people who patronize my channel, if you're here, it's because you are an intelligent person. It's because you can think for yourself and you have a critical mind to look at the BS and say, nah, I'm good. And if you are that type of person, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video. Make sure that you hype the video. Because like I mentioned, man, they are only going to do what they do in the algorithm. And the algorithm, like I mentioned, it suppresses this type of information because they don't want no smoke with us. They don't want no smoke with the Black grassroots, man. Black Americans have been standing on business, and I'm so proud of our people. We've been on code. But the next phase now is getting those reparative damages for our ancestors, man. It's reparations. That's it. Hey, thank you, Pandora. Next time, I appreciate you. Hey, because that's real, man. When we talk about being on code, I've never been more on code. And I just mean like our community in general has never been more on code than we are right now. This is a very special time that we're in, a very special moment that we're in. And it's important for us to capitalize and to continue these conversations, to stay pressing the line, right? To stay diligent, right? Because that's what they're going to do. They're going to try their best to beat us down and to shift the conversation, to shift the focus, to distract us. But I always mention, we always come back to the main goal, which is reparations and cash payments and land grants, anti-Black hate crime bill, okay? And not only that, the infrastructure for small businesses in our community to be funded with the correct oversight, just like all these other groups have these opportunities to open up businesses in our community, being able to have real estate in our community, but then at the same time, not investing in the people who are enriching them, giving them all of our money, giving them our hard-earned money. Like, get out of here, bro. No, we need that in our community. We need that right here for foundational Black Americans, bro. That's it. That's it. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to be going back and forth with these people about no damn apologies, bro. F an apology. Give us a check. That's it, bro. None of y'all. Hey, salute to everybody who pulls up, man. Salute to my loyal subscribers, man. Y'all keep me on here. Y'all are the ones who help me grow my channel. You guys have been nothing but supportive and helpful. You know what I'm saying? So many people, like I mentioned, behind the scenes, man, people get at me and they love what I'm doing. And I only do it because of that, man. I do it for y'all. I enjoy this. It's fun for me. But at the same time, you know, we got to make sure we stand on business when we over here. This ain't no game to me. Hey, And one last thing before I get out of here. On my last live stream, y'all know we were talking about the future of our generations and what we need to do as foundational Black Americans, right? There was somebody in the comments, right? And this is how it goes, you know. Obviously, we always say that we're supposed to focus on the positivity, right? But there's always some negative comment that come out of nowhere, right? And somebody tried to tell me that I was trying too hard, right? They said I was trying too hard. That's what they told me, right? And here's my rebuttal to that person. Maybe you should try. Maybe you should try something, right? Because if you become too cool to try, it's over for you, dog. And I want to make this clear to y'all. When I come on here, when I'm dressed the way I look, when I'm presenting the way I present, it's because I understand what imagery means. I understand social media and I understand how important image is on social media. And so if I'm speaking on foundational Black Americans, I want to make sure that I'm holding up a specific image that is important for the representation of my people. I understand how important it is to look a certain way, to talk a certain way, and to present a certain way. Right? Because that's important. I want to be an example of the best of our people as foundational Black Americans. When you look at me, you're looking at Black excellence, right? And they always talk about be who you are, right? Be true to yourself. And not only that, make sure that you are connected to something greater. I represent the Most High. That's who I represent, right? And so when you try to tell me I'm trying too hard, nah, bro. Nah, I'm not trying hard enough. And I'm going to keep smashing the gas on all you haters because y'all need to try better. You need to do better. Clean up your act. Stop being a little boy out here. Be a man. Dress like a man. Come and present yourself with some class and representation for your people and your family lineage. When I come on here, I'm just not coming on here representing Brandon B. I'm representing my family and my lineage. And you know what? It looks damn good, don't it? Don't it look damn good? Don't it make you happy to see a brother looking good, feeling good, healthy, smart, and understanding? So I just wanted to leave y'all with that. Don't allow people to try to take you off of your square because you're trying, because you're doing something, because you're putting yourself out there. Everybody else, y'all can be too cool for school. I ain't too cool for nothing. I'm going to try every single day. I'm going to put myself out there every single day. I'm going to push the line every single day because I'm not representing just me. I'm representing my family and I'm representing the Most High. And I always got to come, as y'all see me, professional, collected, cool, and classy. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know how we do it. Foundational Black Americans. This is us. This is how we come. Yeah. That's all I had to say, man, before I get up out of here, man. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe to the channel, man, because it's important. It helps me stay in the algorithm. It helps my videos reach the people that it needs to reach. Maybe it reach somebody like you. That's all I could do is keep trying. So y'all keep trying. Keep being your best. Keep showing up with your best. Keep presenting your best. And I mean this. You will go far in life. You will be a success if you keep trying. All right? FBA all day. FBA all day. FBA all day. And I'm out. Peace.